Hello and how are you? My name is Bak and welcome to our 11th class of learning how to create websites without writing code using WordPress technologies. Today I'm going to teach you how to create a non-profit organization website. And to be specific, I'll be teaching you how to create a charity website. By the end of this video, you'll be able to create your own charity website from scratch. But all what you need is just basic knowledge of WordPress, and I've already created 10 different lectures of how to create websites using WordPress. So if you're really green and you don't have ideas about WordPress, I recommend you to find the link in the description of this video, watch those videos and get that basic information about WordPress. But if you already have basic information about WordPress, you don't need to worry. By the end of this video, you will be able to create a charity website. So before we start, let's first look at what you're going to make. We'll be using the Alone theme, and is the most popular theme of non-profit organization websites. So all these demos based in this theme. So let us look at some of them. By the power of this theme, you'll be able to create a website like this for an NGO. You'll be able to create a website like this for coronavirus related. And to be particular, we're going to create a website like this one exactly, so that by the end of this video you'll be able to create a website like this by yourself. It will enable you to create events, to create courses, to create different pages and put them in a menu like this that has a call for action video, create news posts and contact us pages, as well as a simple shop where you can sell your basic information. It will have a donation form whereby someone can donate, select the money that they want to donate and then click on donate button, and they'll be able to do what? To donate either offline or online. And they submit their information like this and then say donate. Then we'll be able to send them the email to show that they've donated. And if it's an offline donation, they'll be able to pay later. You see, that's a notification that shows they've been able to pay. So we're going to make a website of this kind that will enable people to donate. We'll be able to create information about this charity organization. We'll be able to show the video, pop-up video like this one. We'll be able to create courses whereby we show what we're working on and why people should donate to us. So you click on this course to share the details of this particular course. We'll be able to call for actions and be able to create a simple shop like this one where we can sell some basic products like paintings. It's just a simple e-commerce website. Part of it, we can be able to put here our companies that work with us. People will be able to explore different events that we always handle or that we always take. The website will also enable us to create feedbacks from people or what people talk about us, as well as blogging or the news posts. You'll be able to create footer which is separated, as well as creating the subscription email box whereby people can subscribe for newsletters using this form. So we have a lot to cover. Without wasting much time, let's get started. So we begin by searching a right theme for us. So I can come here and search best charity WordPress theme. Okay, So you'll see here we have to go to theme forest because that's the most popular, themeforest.net. Just for searching, not for to find out which one can work better for us. That's why I'm coming here. So we'll have to find out. For example, there is number one which is trending. You see, best sellers in what? In charity WordPress themes. So we have this one alone. So you can click here to preview it. We have another one called Charity Hub, non-profit. We have another one called Splash. We have another one called Charity Hub. I've already opened it. No. Okay, alone. Did I open alone? Yeah. So you open like 5 top of them, those on top, and see that the one that will inspire you to implement. So that's the first technique. Then after finding out, then you will also inquire from your friends or from people who already know and give you the idea, give you the suggestions about website, about the theme that you're going to choose. Don't just choose a theme that you come across before you do enough research, because as you choose a theme and realize that it will not work for you, it can waste for you the time. So there is this first one. We're going to pass through them very fast and then we'll make a decision. I've already made a decision, so I'm just trying to be formal of how we always choose themes. So this one, help people. This one, it's called what? It's called Charity Hub. So you can check out their demos. So I'll click on and check this demo and check this demo. These 3 are enough. Okay, so I'll upload the theme. You can read about it. Are they having page builders? Okay, so let us check. You can also read the what? I always tell you that you can read the rating, the number of sales. For example, this theme is rated by 261 sellers and it is having 4 stars, 4.5 stars. So it can be the best. Okay, so you can also check the rating. You can check the number of sellers, the number of buyers who have bought, all those. So let me check out this. We love help. So this is the first one. It is having a background video. It is having, oh, one more thing I forgot. You have to check the time. I don't want to cheat your time. Immediately at 4:30, I should not go beyond 4:30. Okay, I should not go beyond 4:30. So in case I pass 4:30, you should tell me and I'll stop immediately. So at 4:20, someone should warn me. Hadi, you should do that work, Hadi, Hadijat, you are the timekeeper. At 4:20, just warn me, and then I'll conclude immediately. Okay. So yeah. So this one, they have the video. You can click here. You can check the video. They have some products for sale. They have this. What is this? Donation part. They have some. What is this? Helped people. Some people that need help. So you have to choose a relevant theme. This is for what? For charity. So they have the blog is here. The blog posts, they're here. Let's. Someone not seeing my screen? Smile. Wait a minute. Don't see your screen. Members, can't you see my screen? Other members, can you see my screen? Musa, can you see my screen? Okay. So why is Smile complaining? Smile, can you see it now? Smile, speak. Okay, okay, let me share it again. I'll share it again. So if she can't see now, maybe she should join again. Now you can see. I think it's loading. Hamza, can you see? Okay, very good. So Smile, find a way out. So here they have also the background video. So I'm going to be faster. So that's the first theme, but they don't have the sticky menu. You see, when you're scrolling, the menu does not stick on top. So that's the first con. You see their menu. You have to check all these things. You see their menu is not that modern. The menu is not that modern. Okay. So donate button is here. Looks a little bit. How should I say? Okay, let me inspect and see how it look like on mobile phone. Go to, you right click and say inspect, and then you click on responsive and see, select a mobile phone that you want to see. So this is how to look like on what? On iPhone. Yeah, on iPhone looks good. Let's see how it look like on Samsung Galaxy. So you have to check all these things before you make a decision. Is it responsive? Okay. So let us first put this aside. Okay, let us put Charity Hub aside. This is still Charity Hub. You have that background image. Okay, so that is Charity Hub. That is Charity Hub. Okay, action button, video. Okay, so let us leave the Charity Hub aside and we proceed to the help hands. This is another theme called help hands. So before you select, we have to note down the advantages and disadvantages of each theme that you've looked at. So this is called helping hands. Donation button is here, and the contact us buttons are here. So when you scroll, the menu does not stick on top. I always like the menu that sticks on top. Let's look at their menu. You see, it's not that modern. Can I change? Yes, I can switch. They have the sliders. So the map is there. So you have to look at all these features. That is another theme. For me, I already know the one that I want. So without wasting much time, there is the bestseller theme here. It's called what? Alone. So we are going to use Alone today. So Alone, but you have to check all these things, and I have a reason why I chose Alone, because it is the best for me, and you'll also check out and you'll bear witness with me that Alone theme is the best for charity for now, according to me, what I saw. So Alone theme, you can see even just the landing page can tell you that these guys know what they're doing. So they support Slider Revolution. You know Slider Revolution. Those who are with us in WooMat. Remember WooMat? We looked at Slider Revolution introduction. So they support Slider Revolution. They support Visual Composer. I introduced Visual Composer somewhere behind there. It also have some installation. So these two are powerful plugins. So they support these two. So I mean it's a modern theme. It has all these. What? It has, you see, once you see a theme, it has a Corona demo. Just know that is the latest theme. Because Corona has just come. So just know that theme is updated. So they have the Corona demo. They have how many demos? 34 pre-built demos. So they have all. They have for charity. You see, they have for events. They have for political theme. They have for children. They have for church, and minimal theme, which is as minimum as possible. Okay, so they know once you see once you see a theme, it has a variety. Okay, let me tell you one technique that I've discovered. Once you see a theme, it has a variety of demos under one specific field. You know, those guys, they know what they are doing. I repeat, once you see a theme that has a variety of demos under one specific field, you just know they know what they are doing. But if you see a theme, it has very few demos, you know that theme, they're still new to the game or they don't know properly. And if you see a theme is one, but it is having a lot of demos in different categories, in e-commerce, in portfolio, in what, that theme is good, but they don't specialize. So it might be missing something that is specializing. So in my advice is look for a theme that has so many demos in one field. Not look for a theme that has a few demos, and don't look for a theme that has so many demos but in many different fields. But you can see this one is just one theme and it is having so many demos for non-profit organization. It has for charity, it has for events, it has for politicians. All of these are all of them, they are non-profit. It has for children, non-profit, has for church. So just know that they know what they're doing. Why? Because they have many demos in in one particular field. So it means that this theme, they have a lot of features in that field. So you can take out these demos. So if I click on one demo, let us browse, let us look at least 2 demos. Okay, so I'll click on this one and open new window. Let me check also on this one of coronavirus, and this one, so many good demos, and one for politician. Okay, so also for music is here. I think these guys know what they're doing in this field. So they are loading. I've opened all of them at once. There's another one here, Charity Hub. We've already looked at Charity Hub. This is called Splash. So how many demos? But this is football related, all that, games. So I don't think it is relevant for what? For the charity website. But you can check out the demos and see if they'll inspire you to the kind of website that you want to make. So I hope these alone demos have loaded. So that's how a loan website loads. So this is for what? For NGO website. They have events, they have courses, they have projects, they have news and donate button, they have this top photo, they have call for action and donating box is here. They have video, pop-up video, they have testimonial feature, they have events feature. So they have sign up for newsletters feature, testimonials, real stories, the blog posts. So I think this theme is good for what you want to do. Like the way I told you, a theme that has a coronavirus demo, know that is is the latest theme. So you see, so this is for corona. So they have also sticky menu. I told you that a theme that has a sticky menu, know that is the right theme. Making a sticky menu, this menu that remains on top, is not a simple thing for programmers. So once you see a theme, it has a sticky menu, know those guys, they know what they're doing. According to me, according to my techniques. But I didn't declare it. So this is another demo for the same theme. See? Coronavirus stuff. All of this stuff are there. So you can import and do what? And modify the colors and the content and the structures. Okay, so that's the other demo. So without wasting time, this is the theme that you're going to use. They have another demo. They have 2 demos for coronavirus. So it means that these guys are not sleeping. They are busy updating the theme. So this is the theme that we're going to use today. Now the other question is, now how do we do what? How do we import? How do we get this theme? So we are going, for learning purposes, we are going to use the nulled theme. You already know what is meant by nulled theme. But if you're to do the real business for a real website, you better purchase a theme. Okay, you better purchase a theme. It's not that expensive. You can see it is $60 US. So it's if it's a serious company and it's going to be, you think this website is going to be popular, that you're going to make, you have to purchase that theme. You can ask me whether I've ever purchased a theme. I will answer. but you should purchase a theme, okay? Because if you don't purchase and that website becomes popular, it can bring a serious problem in future. So that's what I advise you, and that's what I tell you. But for the sake of learning, we are going to get its nulled version, because the null version are already existing. So how do you get the null version? You already know. So the theme is called what? Alone. So I'm going to write alone theme nulled. Okay, alone theme nulled, and then I will have this null.pw. We have null market. I'll look for that direct one. This one, download freethemes.io. That one does not take you any far. They just bring you straight away. But if you follow this other nulled website, they will take you so far, and you may end up crying. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this one, download nulled theme, this link, download nulledthemes.io. In other words, you can even bookmark it, write this link somewhere. When you want any kind of nulled theme, just after finding out on Inverto, then come and search it here. For example, if I write here alone, this website, they don't pass you very far. They just give you what you're looking for. But if you try another website to get a nulled theme, it will be a long story. Okay, so alone here is the alone that I'm looking for. So I click on alone, this one. So it is loading. So so before you download, you first check the date. You have to download the latest. So the date is this one has uploaded in June 20th. Okay, I mean June 27th. So it was almost in July, 1 month ago. So you have to check the versions. You see, the versions are here. The latest version is 6.1, but I'm not sure that this is right. But 6.1, it was uploaded in March. So I'll go according to the most latest thing that was uploaded. So I'll download this one that was uploaded in June 27th June. So to download, you simply click here on download direct link, and then it will be able to do what? To download the theme that you want. So if I click here without wasting anything, it will straight away download. But if it's another website, it will be a long story. It will be a long story. You may end up downloading, but it will be a long story. So you should note this website, download freethemes.io. It simplifies stuff. It does not make it so complicated. So I'll cancel because I have already downloaded it. So I will have to open my website where I'm going to practice from. Let me open a new tab. So I will have a domain hosting. It's called learn.shopcommerce.com. Don't mind about but you know the hosting, okay? So I already have the hosting, and before I declare this class, I first prepared for this class. So I'm going to format everything, and then we're going to make everything from scratch. So I'll go to my dashboard. After going to my dashboard, I'll install the what? I will install the plugin reset, WP reset. Those who have been following understand how WP reset works. WP reset is here, so I'll activate it so that I should be able to reset everything, and I start from scratch while you're following. So I've already activated WP reset. So what next? I will now format. Okay, I'm going to format everything so that the website should be as new as possible. So to format, I'll just simply come to what? To WP reset. Where is it? Oh, sorry, to tools. It's under tools, right? Tools, then WP reset. So I'll come here and write reset, and then say reset site, and say WordPress reset to our website. So everything is reset, and the website is as new as after installing the WordPress website. Everyone can do this at this point, I hope. If you can't reset a website, then I recommend you to go and watch back our previous videos so that you can be on the same level with us. So there we go. I can first update everything that is not updated. These are some 2 things that are not updated, so I can first update. So after updating, let's start now the real business. I'll have to do what? To upload it, to install the theme. So to install the theme, so I'll come to appearance and then themes. Then under themes, I'll have to do what? To install the Alone theme. I already have the Alone theme, but what I'm going to do, I'm going just to show you how to upload it. But for me, I already have it. So I don't need again to delete it and install it. I can do that, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you how to activate it. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do what? I mean how to upload it and how to activate it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my theme that I just downloaded. Okay, so it is here. Ctrl J, and then this is Alone theme. I think it is here. So I'll open where it is. And the theme is here, right? The theme is here. So I always tell you, before you upload a theme on your website, I repeat again, before you upload a theme on your website, you have to check if the content that you're going to upload is the right theme. I always say this, but most of members, they always forget and they upload wrong content. They always upload wrong content, and at the end of the day, the theme fails to work and they say that things are not working. Okay, so you have to make sure that you're uploading the right theme, because when you download this theme, it sometimes comes with a lot of irrelevant information. It comes with documentation, it comes with PDFs that explain how it works, it comes with example of plugins, so and a theme itself. So the point is, this zip is not a theme itself, but sometimes. So you have to first check that if it is a theme or not, or select a right theme or a right folder to upload. So the question is, how do you upload a right theme? So what I'm going to do, let me first cut this theme and I put it somewhere. Here's my document. I have my folder called my themes. My themes. I'm going to create another folder. I'm going to call it Alone. So you can also organize your things and put them somewhere. So I put here the Alone zip that I've just downloaded. So I'm going to first unzip it and make sure that the content that I'm uploading is the right content. So I right click and then say extract files here. I can extract files here, I can just say extract files. Okay, so it is unzipped. Okay, so this is the unzipped file, the unzipped folder. So I'll open it. So once you see the code straight away, just know that is the right theme. But sometimes you'll find documentation and everything. You just have to look for the folder that is having the same name as the theme. Like there you see, when I unzipped this one, I got a folder that is having the same name as the theme. But some themes, they come with the documentation, they come with examples, they come with PDFs. So you have to select that folder which is having the theme itself, and you can check the folder which is having the word which is having a file called styles.css. That folder is the one which is having the exact theme that you want to upload. Don't just upload something that you just got from internet. So once you realize that this is the right theme with for example, this is the folder with the name of the theme, then I'll know this is the theme. So I can zip it again and upload that zip, or I do what? I upload the previous zip. So my thing is, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to zip it and then upload these files as the theme. So I right click and then say add to alone.zip. Okay, So I'll select all of them and add them to a loan.zip. So this is the right what? The right theme that I'm going to upload. Okay? But some themes you'll find a lot of things there. So you have to find out the right theme before you do what? Before you upload it. So I'll come to my website and then click on add new theme and then click on what? On upload, and then here under upload I'll just drag and drop it here, this file, or you can just click here on select and navigate to the right theme that you want to do what? That you want to upload. Then you click on install, then it will be installed. But for me I already have it, so I don't need to again do those stuff, do those steps. Members, are we together? Members, are we together? Okay. So let's resume. So I'll assume that everyone can do that. So what I'm going to do now is to activate the theme. So I'll click on what? On activate. Oh, yeah. But before you activate, you have to install the what? The demos, eh? So I've activated, eh? So once I activate the theme and I go to my website, the public website, I'll find nothing has done what? Nothing has changed. It's just, okay, the appearance has slightly changed. It's not as new it is, but it is not looking as any of the demos that we saw. So what do? We have to import the what? The demo content. But before you import the demo content, you have to activate the right plugins. So I'll go back to my dashboard and install the plugins that this theme depends on. I repeat again, before you do anything else, because I have a member, she always forget to install the plugin that the theme depends on, and he keeps on complaining, why is it not working, why is it not looking like the other. The thing is, before you proceed, you have to first make sure that you have installed the plugins that this theme depends on, because this theme, it depends on plugins that supports it to perform all its functions. To install the plugins, you'll find a button here, or if you cannot see that button, for any theme that you want, for any theme that you're using, if you want to see the plugins that it depends on, you come here to appearance, and then you'll find plugins under appearance. Not these plugins here, but plugins under appearance. There they removed it, they put auto setup, okay? But it is always there. Under appearance you'll find plugins, but here they changed it, and they changed it to what? To auto setup, which is the same. So the first thing, I'll have to install the what? The plugins. So I click here, install plugins and the demo content. So it will start installing the what? The plugins. Yeah, you have to wait for a minute, of course, because it is getting the data from where it was and install in what? In my website. Okay, so these small baby problems, you can find them. Sorry, your website is not what. Also, I'll also show you how to solve a problem of a website that is not working. Yeah, I'll show you. I'm going to show you. In fact, I have a website that is already disturbing for one of my bosses, so he complained, and in this class, after this class, I'll show you how to fix a website that has crashed, that is not working. So I'll have to go just to the main to the main WP admin if there is this kind of error. I'll find everything is now okay. So they have activated all the plugins that were needed. Okay, so what do I need next? I will need to do what? WooCommerce. It also depends on WooCommerce, and WooCommerce is not set. So let us first set WooCommerce. After setting WooCommerce, we will come back and install the what? The demo content. So I click on set WooCommerce, run setup. So WooCommerce settings, you know them. So I click yes. I'm going to be a little bit faster here. Bangladesh. Why? This thing always disturbs me, I don't know why. Okay, let's this one. Okay. Continue. Continue. Just Woocommerce settings, eh? These guys can ask questions. Okay, so you don't select these plugins. Don't install them for now. Don't select any of these plugins. Don't select any theme. I'll just say continue using this theme. Or I can just say skip down here. Okay. I just click here. Continue using this theme. Don't select anything. Okay. So they're asking that if you can use another theme. No thanks. Don't install Jetpacks for now. No thanks. Okay. There we go. So the errors have reduced. I come back dashboard. The errors have reduced. So what do we need to do? Right now we need to install the demo content. So always, most of the themes, they'll tell you that they will always show you the link for installing demo content on top here. But sometimes you may not see that link. So you have to use just your common sense to look for it. Sometimes it is under here, appearance, and install demo. Sometimes you see the theme has brought its own options here, and you'll find somewhat just some instruction for installing demo. But it's good we have it here already. So I just click on what? On install demo. So you see all the demos are here. So I have to select the right demo that I want. Okay, the right demo that I want. They have 39 demos. So you can make 39 different non-profit websites. Okay, so without wasting time, I'm going to install this demo, the first one. So before you install the demo, you can even first check it by simply clicking on live preview, and then it will open a new tab, and you'll first preview and see if it is matching with with the kind of website you want to create. This one for environment. Okay, so I'm going to install this one by simply clicking on install. So they will warn me. This one is the one that I'm going to install. So we're going to make our website to look like this one as much as possible. This one for charity. It is having a background video. Of course, you can also make it. So without wasting much time, let us install this first one. Okay, so I click on install. So now I'll give you a task. I may task you, you have to activate the theme. I'll show you how to hack that. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, I'll show you in another video. So register your theme. My theme is not registered, but it is a little bit hacked. I hacked it, so I have not to show this in YouTube because my video may be deleted because if I hack. So after activating the theme, so I have to install the demo. So I click on install demo. So I select this demo. They warn me. I say okay. Then it will start installing. It's importing. So you have to be patient for a minute because downloading those content and put them in our website. It's importing images. It's having some 85 images that is importing. So be patient and let it finish. Boom. Boom. It's done. Okay. Oh yeah. So that's our website. It's amazing. Let me open incognito mode and see how it looks like. Shift N. So the website is learntheshopcommerce.com. So that's how the visitor can see our website when they visit it before they even log in. We have our phone number here. We have the follow us button here. We have the events. We have courses. We have pages. Okay, we have a video, pop-up video. We have a news. We have a background photo. I think this one can even change to what? A video. Donation icon. Donation form. Yeah, so it's nice. It's nice. But before we, even without wasting much time, let's get started with it. Just, we have chosen the right theme. So before I even start, let me make this one clear. When you're dealing with the WordPress websites, you just need to be creative. WordPress is not as simple as how people think, but you need to be creative. Like this picture, you have to think like a right picture to put here, because majority of people think it's just a matter of importing demo content and you're all done. No, you need to be creative and activate your creativity when you're doing what? When you're dealing with WordPress website. You have to visit other existing websites that are in the same field and check things or items that you may need in your website. Then borrow from different websites, and those items you come and integrate them here. Others, if you don't try to be creative, you may end up making something that is looking exactly like as demo, and your boss or your customers may consider your website as fake. So you have to be as creative as possible, and you have to give time to what you're making. I hope you've got that message. So we are going to first explore different abilities of this theme, and then we'll try to modify some parts of this theme. So the first thing, we're going to first see the abilities of the theme. So how do you check the ability of the theme? We may not check all the ability of the theme by just previewing this front end part of the theme, because if you remember, there are some parts or other abilities of this theme which are in other demos, and they're not in this particular demo. So if you consider the front end to check the abilities of a theme, you may not see all of them. To check the abilities of the theme, you have to go where? You have to go to the dashboard. Oh, it needs to update the WordPress database. No problem, let it update. Continue. Okay, you have to go to the dashboard and check all the submenu. All the menus in the dashboard. On the sidebar of the dashboard. Okay, then there you'll know the abilities of that theme. Otherwise, if you consider just looking at the front end and think that you'll see the abilities of a theme, you may not end up seeing all of them. So that's what we're going to do at first. So we see dashboard, it is here. Let me try to zoom so that you can see properly. Why it's not zooming? Okay, so there I think we can see. Okay, so we have a what? Oh, I've zoomed so much, sorry. I've zoomed so much. Oh my god. My laptop is taking time to zoom, so sorry for that. I zoomed so much, so it is resetting. Let me just refresh the page. I had zoomed so much. Let me just zoom one time like this. Okay, without wasting much time, let us, I hope you can still see. It's taking long. I didn't know that zooming can also disturb like that. Okay, so you check the abilities of the theme from this side of the dashboard here, and these items. This is where you can find all the items of a theme. So we have the dashboard itself. We have the Unison. This is the main plugin, the backbone of this theme. So if you click on it, you'll find abilities. You see, these are the features of the of the theme. You can translate the theme. You see, using Translate Press. You can implement the visual builder. It's already activated. The social media buttons that are there. The mega menu, I may not explain all of them, but I'm just showing you the ability of this theme. The mega menu is there. The backup is there. The portfolio is there. So we proceed to blog post. This is the WordPress option, so we already know that. We have, this theme has events. We can implement events, add new events, manage events, organizers of events, importing events, exporting events, and setting the events. We have portfolios about different projects. Media, that's a WordPress thing. Comments is a WordPress. Donation, you see, it even has a donation management. We can use even PayPal to implement the donation management. Team, it has team. You can add team members and resources and contact. This is a plugin thing. Newsletter, you can also implement the newsletter. So here you can see the richness of of a certain theme. So we'll first go to home. So here is where you can see the richness of of a certain theme. So after going to home, you're going to customize, and after customizing, we will try to modify each of the item and then change also the home page and try to put something else, and then it will be the end of this class today. So we go to customizer by simply clicking on customize and modify the basic content of the theme of the website itself, because the customizer depends on on the whole website. So there we are. Site identity. Customizer always take long because it handles the whole website. It always take long to load. So site identity, we all know that. The name of the website that will appear here and the description of the website. So for your task, you should make something that looks like real. Okay? The name of the website should be relevant, and the and the tagline, should be relevant. I could do that, but to save time, so I'll not think. Okay? But for you, when you will be doing your task, you have to challenge yourself and make something that is like real. The menus, we already know menus. Okay? I think I believe we already know menus. So if you want to change anything in a menu, you can either change it from here or using the menu option under the appearance. So this is the main menu. It is here. So you can add and remove something from here. Okay? And this is the mobile menu, the one that will appear on the mobile on the mobile phone. Canvas mobile, the one that is on the side, they're beside the mobile, like when someone, the one that which comes from the other side, from the sides of the of the mobile. This is the menu that is there. So I'll show you how to change it from the menu side. Okay, here it's not the right place, not a most especially right place. Have this top menu, that is this the very top menu. So in case you want to modify the top menu, where is it? I don't know where it is even located. In case you want to modify certificates, secondary menu, I wanted to see secondary menu notification. So we have these menus. I'll modify them from the from the appearance. So we have widgets. Of course, these widgets are different items that you can either add in footer. For example, you see here footer, we are having HTML. Okay, this bottom HTML, this information. Can you see this bottom information? So some of you always ask me, how can I remove this? So this is the place where you can remove this. Okay, so that is the footer 2. I mean, you see this footer is divided into sections. So the first footer. Also another thing, every theme has its own way, and don't feel demoralized when you challenge by certain thing, because you're not the one who made it. So you have to learn it. But from practicing using that theme again and again, then you'll become an expert in that theme. But when you face it for the first time, you may find some challenges, like, because every theme is created by people that you never work with before. So when you work for a theme with a theme at the first time, just be ready for challenges. Okay, but they always have some common things. For example, this footer is divided into what? Into 3. So if you want to modify here, you have to come under widgets and then under footer information. Ashraf Ali, please, after Salat al-Asr, we have to buy. After Asr, okay? Yeah, I'm teaching right now. Okay, so you see, if you want to modify this information, you see this information, so it is divided into sections. You have section 1, section 2, section 3, and section 4. Section 1, section 2, section 3, and section 4. So you can modify here. You see, footer 4, we have a gallery from Instagram. Okay. It is available? Okay. So you see, we have widget of gallery. So if you want to modify this, you have to come here. So you should always be ready to face challenges for the first time. So under this, we have the card. Under widgets, still have the tags and the newsletter. This newsletter, you see, subscribe now. So if you want to change its appearance and the text in it, you have to come under widgets there. We have header top left. Do you know this thing? Actually, I was looking for it in the menu. So everything will have its own way, because this is my first time to work with this theme, so I have to also to be challenged for the first time. But when you practice with it with experience, then you become used of it. You see? So if you want to change this phone number, you have to come here under the widgets on the header information. So if I want to change this phone number, it will update this phone number automatically. And I can change also according to the to the font awesome icon here. So we have latest news. It's also a widget. Someone is calling me. We have latest news. It's under widgets. Newsletters under widget. I've already looked at that. We have latest news. We have video mega. It's also under widgets. So you can also change it from there. Who is calling me? Shaban. Okay, so you can change that one from there. So we come back, have a lot to cover. in a few minutes remaining. So we come back to home page. You can set the home page. I already explained this, setting the home page, a static page that will always be in home, so you can change it from here. Okay, but don't change and select a wrong page which does not fit to be home. Okay, then the blog page will be the news page. It's already created. Okay, so I'll go back. We have the events calendar. So the events calendar, also a theme will give you other options to set there. So we have the general settings. So in case you want to change the colors of the event calendar, the general settings are here and the link colors are here. We have the single event, and you can change also its colors in case you have the branding and you want to do it to set to particular branding of your company. So we have the logo. You can change the logo from here. In case you want this logo to be an image or a text, you can select this option from here. So I will not show you everything, so I'm going to skip, and the rest will be as a challenge. So we have general settings, and these general settings are the ones that matter across the whole website. We have the header, that is setting this part, top part, how it should look like. So the brand colors and the rest, whether it should be stick on top, you see, stick on top, or it should not be not sticking on top. The logo image that will be sticking on top, all this information, all these possibilities, you can set them from here. I will not do that. We will do that as a challenge. That top bar, this one, you can enable it or disable it, this very top bar here, and you can also change its background. So I come to notification center. Notification center. Here, so you can say the notification that pops up. You know, when someone visits the website, that notification that pops up, you can also enable them from here. But they are already disabled, so you can also enable them from there. Okay, so post settings, portfolio, you can set it from there. Shop, the give, the footer already check it there up. So if you want to modify the type of a footer, you can modify from here. For example, you see this footer is having 4 sections. Okay, so it depends on the power of a theme. So if you want to remove this section, you can just simply click on X and then one section will go. If you want to organize them, you can organize from there. If you want to change the background of this footer, you can change it from here. Want to make it an image or a background of your certain company color, you can change it from here. You see I've changed it. So those who are good at branding, you can brand your theme, your website according to the colors that you want. You can disable the background, the footer from there also. Also the colors, typography, the colors you can set them from here, like what should be the text color, the link color, the primary color. All of these you can modify them from here. So this theme is that powerful. Not every theme will give you all these all these abilities. Typography, that is about the text. So you can also change the typography from here. The font style, the font size, the font color, all of them you can change from here. The types of the buttons, you can change the buttons from here. So that is about the customization. I'll not customize anything at this moment to save your time, because we have also to look at at how to edit the pages. So I'll not update. But remember, when you customize, before you exit, you have to do to first publish. Otherwise, if you don't publish, then whatever you have customized will not be will not be updated. So we begin by editing the page. After editing the page, we'll see how we can edit the events, we can edit the causes, and also the theme. So to edit this page, if you want to change, for example, this background photo, you want to change this text, you want to change the icons, you want to change the website itself, okay, you have to edit the page. So like the way I always tell you, you have three different ways how you can edit a particular page. You first go to the page that you want, okay? These are different pages, okay? You have to first go to the page that you want. For example, this home page, I want to change some information in this home page. And then you click on on edit page. But if you click on this edit page, it will take you to the background edit part of the website, okay? It will take you to the background part. For example, let me click on edit page. I'm going to open it in a new tab, So open a new tab and you see what will happen, okay? So if I click there, it will take me to the default WordPress editor. If I click on this edit page, this first one, it will take me to the default WordPress editor. So it's loading. It's being slow. I don't know why. So okay, so this is what I was telling you. So it will take you to the default WordPress editor. I will make another special class for how to use how to edit using WP Builder, because it is very, very important. So you have here the classic editor. So this classic editor, you will see Chinese, you will see things that you will not understand. Why? Because it is these things are managed by by plugin. If you look at them carefully, you will understand, but they are so complicated to do for you to modify them. So what do? You use the back-end editor. So that the first one is the classic editor. That is the basic one by WordPress. Then you have the back-end editor. So this back-end editor, it will show you the framework of your web page. I repeat, the back-end editor, it will show you the framework of the web page, and you'll be able to modify your website using that framework, but without seeing the output directly, okay? The back-end editor will enable you to edit, it will enable you to see your website in form of a frame, and then you'll be able to modify that website using that frame, but without seeing the output directly. I'll make a special class for WP editor. I'll make a special class for WP editor, another special class for Elementor, because they're very, very important and crucial. How to divide your columns, how to divide columns, how to divide to organize the content using the front end and back end. It's very important. So that is the back end editor. So the back end editor, let us see, when I say frame, what do I mean? It means that, you see, if I go to my website, this is the website, this is the editing part, this is the website itself. Now let us see. Can you see we are having an element of slider revolution? You know what is slider revolution? Remember, those who are with us in Woodmat, okay? So we look at slider revolution. So this is a slider revolution item. Can you see? This is a frame, that what you're saying. Slider revolution item. Also, if you come to a website, you'll see a slider revolution item. It is here, this picture in background. So if I want to modify this slider revolution item, I can do what? I can simply click on this. I move my mouse over here. Okay, before you start modifying, if we scroll down, you see we have a what? We have this form for donation. Also, if you see here, we have this form for what? For donation. So here you see it as a form of a frame, but here you see it in the form of what? Of the front end website. So we have a form there. We have this featured box. You see, these 3 features box. So they are here, 3 featured box. So here you see them as a frame, and here you see them in reality. So if you scroll down, you'll find the heading, empty space. You'll find other featured box. Also here, if you scroll down, you'll find the heading. You see these other 6 featured boxes. You'll find how do they call this one? You'll find a heading and the empty space and an icon and the action and heading, another heading, so, and a button. So if you come also to reality here, you'll find these items are here. So it means that all your website that is in front end here, you can find its relevant frame in this side of the background. Okay, and the whole page you'll find it on this side. So assume that we want to change this revolution slider item. So what will I do? I'll come to my page, backend editor, and then I click on what? On slider revolution item. Then I'll be able to do what? To modify it. Remember, I can add an item on top, I can add it on in bottom. If you take the classes of WP Page Bakery, you can learn it from me when I will reach it, or you can even search. If you're really curious, you can search about WP Page Bakery and learn even from another teacher, no problem, and then you'll have full control on your website. So if I click here on the edit part, okay, sorry, it will take me to where? You see, I clicked on the what? On the edit part. So it will take me to the slider revolution item, and I'll be able to do what? To modify the revolution slider that I clicked on. My website is becoming slow. Okay. So this is the slider revolution item. It's loading slowly. So I reload it again. That finished loading. Members who are following before, this is not new to you. Those who are doing their tasks. There are those who are following but not doing their tasks. So when I talk about slider revolution item, it's not something new, and you know it is very great plugins. Okay. Okay. So all this video, you can also, this is a what? It's a slider revolution item. So if you want to put this kind of a video in your website, it is all possible. It is what? It is all possible, as long as your website supports a what? A slider revolution item. So you can record a real video for your team and include it in your what? In your website. My computer is becoming slow. I don't know why. So you see the slider revolution item. I click here and I was able to edit it. If I click, if I want to change it, where do I click? They change these things so much. If I want to change it, where do I click? I have to close it and then add it. If I want to change it, I click there. That is modifying it. I want to change it to another slider. This is editing it. File optimizer. I think I have to delete it and then I add another one. That's the only way to change it. So if you come here, for those who were following before, you already have the idea about WP revolution slider. So here you can change the what? You can change this text. In fact, that will be one of your tasks. I'll task you to do what? To change the text here. And then maybe change the background photo. I already showed you how to change the background photo. And maybe you can change the time of loops here. You can change the item in a button, and do some small changes to show that you understood. I can even ask you to do what? To change this background photo to make it a video, and if it is a video, I can ask you to do what? To make it a what? An item, and a static image. You can duplicate this slider and they become two. Okay, this is only one slider, so if you duplicate it, they can become two, so that when you come this home, instead of having one static slider, you can have multiple slider that are changing, that are sliding. So that can also be part of your task that I will give you. So that's how you can change. So in case you want to delete this icon, this item, you can simply click here on delete, and then it will go. But if it goes, it has gone until you update. But if you want to add another item in this space, remember this is a row. Those have basics of Bootstrap. This is a row of Bootstrap. You can even separate it into two. For example, if I click here, you see there are two rows. So I can add here one item, add another item. I can also make it one. Those who have basics of Bootstrap, these is a rows of Bootstrap. You see, you can separate them into 6. You see, so I'll make it one the way it was. So once you have it one, I mean 1 or 2, let me make it 2. Then you have a row. Inside this row, you can add an item. You can add a widget. Okay, so if I click on this plus, I can add anything, any item of this theme here. Okay, any item. So I want to make it 1, and click there, then it is 1. Then if I click here, and then I'll be able to do what? To add a slider 6 revolution item. So if I click on slider 6 revolution item, it will bring to me, and I choose for me the slider that I want. Remember, I already have only one slider. Okay, so I can add this one, the one module. So if I click this module, and then that will be the what? The current slider. But remember, if you have experience about slider revolution, you can create as many as you want, even modifying these sliders. Okay, but because I've not taught you, so you may not be able to. But if you're curious about slider revolution, you can also learn it from another teacher. I will teach it in future, but you can learn from another teacher and be able to do what? To create different sliders. Okay, so I've added that element. If you want to modify this text, assume that I want to write these words in my own language. We need your help. Okay, so if I want to write I need your help, I can just simply come to this form and click on this edit part, and then it will bring me this pop-up. Okay, so you see, we need your help. I'll change it to what? I need your help, for example. So I can change this URL, I can change this item, but I can change this H1 item. So if I click there, save, then it will be updated here. So this one is an empty space, then this is a give form. So this is an element for this particular website. Every website comes with its possible element. So this website, it has come with its possible element. This is a heading. It is a WordPress element. You can find it in any WordPress website. This is a subheading. You can find it in any WordPress website. But this form for donation, okay? This form for donation, you see, someone can donate here. It is not found in every website, okay? I mean, it is not found in every theme. This is for this particular theme. And you see, if I click here, edit this form, and it will be able to bring me different things that I can edit about this form. This form is already created somewhere here in the donations, here under donations, and it is having an ID. So I'll just set it, okay, whether it should have a title, because I've already created the title here, so I don't need to allow it to have a title. So I can change, okay, whether it should have a modal. Okay, it displays a modal. I can put also the content, and then do what? And then save. But remember, this form is already created somewhere here under donations list. That's why when we add this form as an element here, when we added it as an element here, they ask us to reference or to put the ID of a form that is already existing here. Okay, this is a donation form. Because I don't know that, I know you're getting the point. Okay, when you're creating a donation, assume that you want to donate for Ramadan fee or Ramadan money for poor people. So you have to first create a what? A donation. I did not organize for this class, so it may look a little bit complicated. You have to first create a form for donation. Create a form for donation, come under this donation part, then click add form. Then after clicking on add form, you have to do what? To set these things. For example, you can say Ramadan collection for poor people. Ramadan collection for the poor, okay? Or for the needy. Not poor, but needy, for example. Okay? So you first create a form, right? Then after you set, it will ask you some question, this website, okay? Activate recurring add-ons, your donors will be flexible, subscription. Okay, you can also activate some add-ons that the donors should be able to pay with using their what? Using their credit cards. And this is the button, okay? You can follow along. So you have to answer these basic questions. They ask you donation, is it a multi-level donation or it's a set donation? So you can set here. Is it a specific amount or it is allow many people to donation? For one person or for many people? Display style. Which kind of buttons do you want to show? You can set the amount, custom amount. Is it enabled to allow specific amount or custom amount? It can change anytime. You can set that information from here. Donation level. How much should someone change? The minimum amount that someone should donate. You can set it here. The text that you want to display when someone is donating. You can set it here. Or different donation levels. You can add another level, another level, another level. For example, you can say you can either donate in $2 or $5, $10, $15, $30. So you can set these here. After setting that, you have to set a category. Of course, you have to create a category before you can create it here. Okay, maybe it is a COVID donation, or it's Ramadan donation, Islam donation. So you can create that category here. Then you have to click here on this form and set these other fields. There are so many. The goal, whether you want to enable a specific goal in a specific period, you can set it here. The form content you want to appear in the form, you can set it from here. Terms and conditions, you can set them here. Offline donation, do you allow offline donations? Like someone should, how do you call it? Someone should pledge and then pay in background. If you want to enable those offline donations, you can enable them here. The emails that should be sent to someone who pays, and when someone pays something, you can send these emails from here. So all those parts, you can set them. So it is as flexible as it is. That's why I told you when I was starting this video, you should find a theme that is specific in a certain field and is having many demo content. But if you find a theme that is having many fields, a theme it is having e-commerce, a theme it is having school website, a theme, all of them they're in one theme, and it is having charity. It is a huge theme, but with many demo content. It means that that theme is not specific, and you may miss all these settings if that theme is it is wide. Okay, but for a theme that concentrates on non-profit organization and is having so many demo content, and you find this theme is only concentrating on one particular topic, those themes are always good in what you're doing. So that's why you see we are able to see all these features for donation. Okay, hope you're getting my point. So I'm going to finish. I know you're already tired. Okay, so the thing is, let me check the time. Okay, 30 minutes remaining. Okay, so the thing is, you have to set, then after you create this, say the category, set the picture for this theme, for this donation. So after creating this donation form, it will be given what? An ID. Okay, leave this page. You have to say the donors, you have to say to the other settings. So this form will be given what? An ID. You see, donations that are already made, all of them, they're here. You can export, you can import. So this form will be given an ID. So once you have this ID, for example, with the other form, once you have this ID, you can now use that ID. If I click, for example, here, you'll find this form is having this ID, and the ID is on top here. This is where you find the ID. Can you see? On top here. This is ID 1616. So once you have this ID, now you can be able to reference this particular form ID into your what? Into your front end website. So here, when I'm editing, when I'm adding this form, you see, this is a form 616. If you're not sure of what you're creating, you can also use the demo form and modify that demo form and make it to the kind of form that you want. So it is having ID 616, so you have to copy that ID. Now when you add here an item, you can now reference this 1616. Okay, so once you reference this ID, then it will know that this interface of it will choose the right interface to show someone who is going to donate here. So we select that ID, we put it there. So here you just set and save. So the remaining logic, it will be done by the theme. So just like the way I told you, now assume that I want to add another form. Just simple. You see, this is called give form, but just like the way I told you, it is this give form is for this particular theme. Not every theme will find this give form, and not every donation theme or non-charity, non-profit website, you'll find this theme. Or you can find it there. You find these features, or you can find those features, but they will have slight difference. So if I click here on add, for example, I want to add another form, okay? So I can just simply click on add form, then I'll have to search out of these items, then I'll have to search a what? Give form. So if I click here on give form, it means that they'll bring for me another option. So I can select this option and I set it, and when I save, I will have another option, another give form under this one. So let me delete it. Okay, so you see, that is the form, the title, and the rest. So that's how we modify the content. So in other words, if I want to add another column, for example, I want to add another row. A row is something that is horizontal, eh? Like this. So if I want to add another row, those who know Bootstrap, they know what I'm talking about. So if I add another row, I just simply click on class, add what? Add row. So I have a what? A row. So I can decide how many columns do I want to have in this row. Assume I want to have 3 columns. So I can select 3 columns. Then they will separate my row into 3. Now these columns are still blank. I have to add their content. So I determine which kind of content I want to add. So if I click on plus here, I'll see all the content, the possible content. I want to add a portfolio, I want to add a testimonial, I want to add an image, I want to add, so you can play with all these. So I want to add text, I want to add another row inside another row, all these are here. Okay, so if I want to add a form, I want to add the slider 6 revolution. For example, I want to add another form. Where's the form? The other give form. If I want to add it another one, I can just click here, and then I'll have that form here. I set, then that give form will also come here. So you can modify like that. So everything is just all about the row and column. For example, this is a form of 3. This is a row of 3 columns, and then here we are having what? How do you call them? These ones. Featured what? Featured box. A featured box is a box with an icon, a title, and a what? And the details. Okay, so that's it. So I can delete this row by simply clicking on this plus. So we proceed. Now to finish, I'm going to finish from here about editing pages. I'll not explain everything. So to finish this row, to finish this part, you see this row is having the background, this background. So what if I want to change this background? Like the way I told you, you can see this is a row with the three columns. Now if I want to change these backgrounds, this row will give you different editions. Let us first look at this particular part. First of all, it's a row and it's divided into three. But if we move our mouse over here, we'll see we have two things to edit. We have this first editing and the second editing. This first editing, that is outer, it is about the action that are going to take across the container that is containing a particular item here. Remember when I told you here that when I created a column, they give me an empty row, and inside this empty row I divided into two columns. Now inside this column there are still empty columns, but before I add an empty column, I add anything there, I can first modify this column and make it look the way I want. So if I want to modify this column and put anything there and make it look the way I want, I click on this icon, this edit part. So I'll see different design options that I can make so that this column should look like the way I want. So after I design it and make it look like the way I want, but remember it is still blank, I've not added anything, then I can add there something by clicking on a plus here. Then I'll be able to do what? To add their content. So likewise here you see we're having the column, the column here and the content. So this is the editing part for the column and this is the editing part for the content. So if I click on this first editing part, it will show me the editing part for the column. Notice, see, almost editing parts for the column, they're all the same. So let us see different features. So you see, different possibilities that we can edit. So do you want to use the video as a background? If I want to put, for example, you remember this one is having a what? a green background. Now what if I want to put a video background in this div? Okay, what do? I click on yes, and then I'll put a what? A YouTube link, and that link will be something like this. You know this video, right? It was playing kind of this video. So it will be something like this, a video background, something like that. So that's a video background. So but what am I editing? I'm not editing the item, I'm editing the container that is going to contain an item. Okay, so is it parallax? No. Should it fade when it is entering this? So you're editing, how should it appear when it is entering? It should fade up, so it should be like fading in, animation. Do you want to give an ID? Do you want to give class? For those who know Bootstrap, those who know some basics of CSS, if you want to write your own class and format it the way you want according to your own CSS, so you can click here and put a class here, and after you can write your CSS. I'll show you where to write your CSS. For example, I want this column to be rounded, but there's no way I can make it round, so I can just give here a class called rounded. Okay, so after I'll show you where you can write the content of CSS, so that content of CSS should customize this column as how you want. So you give a class, so you modify all these things from here, animation, speed, all of them. So after we have design options, the padding, you want this column to have padding. This padding is the space between this content and the column itself. So members, you can see those who, most especially those who have never done CSC, the padding is the space between the content itself and the column. So you can see we're having here some space. Can you see we're having some space? This space is what we call padding. Okay, so this space you can set it from here. You see, it is 50 on top, 50 on left, 50 on right, 50 on bottom. Okay, so you can have the border. If you want to give this column the border, you can give it from there, the size of the border. You can give the margin, how far the neighboring content should be from this content. You can also give the margin from here. You can give the background image if you want this column to have the image. Now can you see this column, this item is having green, dark green. It's having dark green background, and that background we set it from here. Can you see? This is the dark green background that was set. Okay, so if you want to give the image background, you simply click here and they'll take you to your what? To your library, and you'll be able to do what? To select an image that you want to act as a background of that column. So I'll close that. Responsiveness. Okay, that's about the design. Now responsiveness. This is also another important thing. There are some things that you may not want to appear on the mobile phone, and some you want them to appear on a what? On a mobile phone, but not on a computer. So the responsiveness, you set it from here. Can you see? Here we're having the computer, we are having the iPad, we're having a mobile phone. So if you want this to hide on a mobile phone, on a computer, you click here. So it means that on a computer, this will not be displayed, that item. If you don't want it to be hidden, you just leave it the way it is. If you want it to be hidden on a mobile phone, you select this part, and then it will be hidden on a mobile phone and displayed on other parts of the computer, other platforms. So that's how you modify the content that contains, the container that contains the content. You have the general settings, you have the design options, the background and the rest, then you have the responsiveness setting. And this is a feature of what? Of WP page builder, WP bakery page builder. So you can also modify the featured item from here. Now after creating the container, now you can add, but you already have something here. So if I want to remove it, I click on this X, then it will be gone. Okay, if I click on this X, it is gone. Now I have ability to add an item. Remember what we were doing, we were modifying the container. Now if I want to add the item, I click here, and you know what will happen? It will bring for me the box where I can choose possible item that I can use. If I want to undo, there's undo part here. You press here, you click here, right? Here. Once you click on undo, then the action that you previously did, remember the action that I previously did was to remove, was to delete that item. Okay, so if I click on undo, it will take some few seconds, and then that item will be brought back. So that's how we undo. Sometimes you do a mistake and regret, why did I do this? If you want to return it back, you just click undo here, it is on top. So the undo I can modify. So here we modify the column or the container. Then this second tick is to modify the content now that is inside that container. Now you can see here we're having this icon which is giving and receiving. Give donation. So if I want to change this one, give donation, and put give donations. So I change this and change to S. Then it means this one will change to what? Give donations. If I want to write the description here, so I have to change the description here. If I want to give it some color and the rest. If I want to give the image, so this is the icon that is here. If I want to change this icon, I just simply click here on add, and then it will take me to where? To the images, and I can change the icon to the one that I want. Okay, so if I want to change the size, I can change from here. So if I want to write some CSS, the designing options, I can write them from here. So those are two different things, the container and the item. So the container will contain the item inside it. So we see this one is having, so the background also you can see it from top here. So this one is having this top background, the top part, the dark green background, and the content. That's why you see here the dark green background and the content. Here we're having the maroon background and the content. That's why you see here the maroon background and the content inside. So that's how we modify the content. the content. So for today's class, I think I'll stop from here, and tomorrow we will start from there and accomplish the remaining parts. We will have to look at how to modify using the front end editor. This was just a back end, so tomorrow we will look at how to modify the front end editor. We will also look at how to modify the events themselves. You see these events, how to modify the events. We'll look at how to modify the causes. We have also causes here, they're here, these events. We'll look at good practices, how to compress pictures. That's also another important thing. Don't put just kind of picture. You take a picture from your iPhone and you upload it, your website will be slow. So tomorrow we'll also look at how to do what, how to compress pictures that you're going to put on email on your website. We'll look at pages and how to modify this mobile menu. So we will conclude and finish the footer, and I'll also try to implement the real world. I'm going to do my homework and I'll try to implement and make it a real world website, so that we should relate and be able to do something good out of it. So that's it for today's class, and tomorrow we'll start from there, inshallah. We will have to look also at the front end editor. So what to do before tomorrow's class? You can, if you don't mind, you can download this theme and start playing with it, but it's not an assignment. It's not an assignment, but if you don't mind, you can download and start playing. But tomorrow, once you finish with this theme, then I'll have to give you something to try before the next week classes. So that's it for today, unless there is any question. I'm also going to put the video on YouTube, so that those who may want